What's up, guys? This is the Muay Thai Chat podcast, part of the brand new YouTube channel, the official Muay Thai Review. My name is Pete Peterson, and this is actually my very first podcast ever, so I hope I don't screw it up. But Muay Thai, to let you guys know out there, Muay Thai Chat is going to be the podcast where I interview officials, fighters, coaches throughout the Muay Thai community in the United States and abroad. And then the review is going to be where I'm going to be breaking down a podcast, breaking down scoring criteria from various organizations, rules and regulations, even reviewing fight videos live right here and breaking down the scoring in those fights. And then there will be a third podcast called Q&A with Pete. That's where you guys can email in questions and ask, and I will make a podcast answering them. So we'll also have shorts and plenty of videos on techniques, fouls, you name it. This is going to be a full-blown everything about Muay Thai, officiating, everything, fighting, coaching, the whole 9 yards. So if you like it, subscribe, hit like, all that good stuff, and you'll be the first. So I am stoked about my very first two guests. Crew New is what we call him, but he's Thepnarin Thepracha and his wife, Alexis. And before I talk about how we met, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves to the public. So go for it. Who wants to go first?
I'm going to go first. Sawadee Krab. Sawadee Krab. I'm Crew New. So I'm the head coach in the Thepnarin Warriors in City Chok Muay Thai Gym in Las Vegas. Yeah. 2 years now in the USA. Let's see what happened about Muay Thai.
So what inspired the name Smiling Warrior?
So the Brazilian people give me that because they give me when I went to Brazil for a seminar, and they like the way how I teach, the way I'm speak, the way I'm being show them with my attitude, and they like to see my skills about Muay Thai, and they say, "Oh, that's the perfect things. The Smiling Warriors is for you." So that's what give me.
And smile.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Alexis?
My name is Alexis Asher. I'm owner of City Jug Muay Thai Las Vegas and Smiling Warriors LLC. So we have the gym and we have our apparel, like our gear. So we have shin pads, gloves we produce, and shorts, clothes. And we also do charity work, but this year we haven't been able to. We did that in the past, so hopefully we'll come back to doing that as well.
How long have you guys been in Vegas?
A little over 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah, 2 years now.
I met you guys a year ago this past September. So about almost a year and a half ago now.
Yeah.
And so everybody know out there watching. So I teach this 3-day officials intensive course that is about 25 hours long. And since September of 21, we've had 200 people go through the course. Not all are active, but a lot are active and getting work in various organizations, even internationally. And so I go to the first one in Houston, Texas, and there was about 27 there. And, when I go to these things and teach them and the people out there, in the attendance, I can tell when there's Thai people there that are just American Thais or born here, and they're just coming to learn, and they're not what I call a, legit Thai. I mean, and so right in the front row is Crew New and Alexis. And now I'm a pretty confident person. I feel like I know my job. I don't get intimidated. But I got to tell you, as I'm teaching this thing, and I talk fast, so as I'm teaching this course and going through things, the very first afternoon going over the PowerPoints and criteria, and Crew New keeps whispering over to Alexis, and she whispered back. And it's happened 2 or 3 times, and I'm thinking, okay, is this Thai guy thinking this old white guy don't know Jack Thai? And he's got it all wrong. And why did we come here? And that went through my head. And but I kept going. And then we had a break. And I think, Crew, you were in the other room or getting some food or something, some snacks. And I talked to Alexis, and I said, so I think I asked you, so what was all the whispering about?
You did.
Yeah.
And then you asked me what language we were speaking.
Yeah.
You were speaking. Oh, when you were talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I was nervous the first time in teaching these courses. I haven't been since either, but that was a good one for me because I knew looking at you, you were legit. Anyway. So tell me about what you were thinking during that first few hours of this,
Yeah.
like this
So
Yankee teaching.
so I gonna explain with my word, all right? So the first time I saw the poster in Instagram, and I said, "Hey, babe, let's do this. I need to learn something new." And the first time I went to the fight in America, it was in Chicago for the BMO,
Mm-hmm.
and the scoring system by theirs, and I was not agree about it. I was confident for the first when I bring the guys, my guys to fight there, and it was like, hey, no, that's impossible.
Yeah.
How they score, how they taught, and I was like, no, that's not cool. Okay, let me search something for to learn about Muay Thai in USA, because as you guys know, I'm come from Europe, Thailand. I see a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, babe, I want to learn Muay Thai, and I saw is from WBC USA, something like that. And I say, what is TBS or
TBA.
TC, TBA? And Alexis said, well, oh yeah, let's go learn.
Hmm.
And I was looking for you, searching for you, and I talked to Thai guys in Thailand before that. So they
They knew
says
me?
they knew you.
Really?
Yes. Some was it Ajan? It was Ajan who the one who teach I think the BBC as well too. So I was
Tony?
like, hey,
Tony?
I don't remember the name, but I'm not close to him because it was the friend who present me to the Ajan.
Ah, okay.
And I said, hey, they have the BBC here in USA. What happened? And they said, do you guys know this Peterson? And he said, oh, yeah, he's strong. he
Huh.
said you. They said you like good teaching and you're real.
I'll be darned. That's a first. Huh. That's good.
Yeah.
I doubt that's a
Cool.
first, but
First I'm hearing something like that.
okay.
So they said you are working like with the videos and breaking down and explanations, and it seemed like, okay, let me see that. I want to learn because I'm new in USA and I need to learn that
Mhm.
because I don't know what happened about Muay Thai of a state in Vegas, in Chicago,
Mhm.
in New York, in California, in every place. It's not same, and I can't accept that.
Same. I feel the
Yeah,
same way.
I when you come from one Muay Thai in the world, and you
Mhm.
have to separate of, oh, we taking this, and I was searching for something that I can trust, you know,
Right.
as Thai. And then I was like, okay, I I begged my wife, babe, please bring me there. Like, please bring me there. I need to learn. And she said, okay. So she take me there, and yeah, yeah. So when I met you, it was very fast talking. Fast.
That's a downfall of mine.
I was like, okay, and I could not understand some words. That's why I'm, you know, asking what he said, babe, please. What's about details about? What about you talking about? And she explained me, and that's why the way I'm like, keeping. For me, when you was talking, it was like I kind of captivating some words to
Right.
understand, and
Right.
okay, try to understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I talk
Yeah,
fast.
yeah. And
Always fast.
then that was one of the exercises that we seen in video that take me like thinking about, because the scoring system, is hard to understand for a Thai guy. So you convince me that scoring system is different, how it works, and how to like you teach me a new world of Muay Thai. Yeah, this is new for me, really new. I can tell.
Is it new in a okay way?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure, because it's clear. It's clear about
clear.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's clear.
yeah,
It's clear.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, babe, please tell me what he tell. I was like,
Go ahead, Alexa.
Well, I was going to say that was one of the things I liked about your course. I'd actually done the official course and been a judge in Utah. And the reason I did that was I had an amateur fight where I saw one of the judges on their cell phone and it upset me.
Yeah.
Because I think, as a fighter, I work hard. I work my butt off. I have my other job. I'm here to fight. I want to have a fair score. I want people to pay attention. I want good officials. And what I really liked about your course was that you're trying to make it kind of uniform throughout the US, and to make sure people are scoring correctly, which I think is really important for everybody. So I commend you on that.
Appreciate
for sure, 100%.
It's when you look at everywhere in America, it's a conundrum because first you have all of these different states, and many states oversee the combat sports, even Muay Thai, and they adjust rules how they see fit. And then besides the states, you have all the varying sanctioning bodies, and they seem to want to have their own flavor of the rules too. They want to do this or that. And what it's caused, as I see it, is a huge disconnect between what the rules are and what they perceive them to be. And when you look at all of the 4 major sanctioning bodies coming out of Bangkok for professional Muay Thai and amateur Muay Thai, not stadium or entertainment, but professional and amateur.
Yeah.
And the scoring criteria is, while they're worded a little bit different from each other, they're all the same. And in America, a lot of our organizations have pulled pieces out or twisted it or modified. Modified's a better word. And they modify a lot. And I'm not sure why. It's not Muay Thai. Or they'll make it very different for amateur versus professional, which it should not be, except the pads. I understand that part. But the rules themselves should be the same.
I agree with that. Having fought both pro and amateur, I totally agree.
Yeah. And so, that's what I'm trying to do. And USA Muay Thai does that too. They're, when they're trying to get one thing, but in this country, it's hard. So, when TBASA was formed back in 2007 under Ajahn Chai's blessing, it was formed because we didn't have any straight Muay Thai in the tournaments across the country. They were all modified rules, or there was a mixture of kickboxing with Muay Thai, and you had to give up rules to get a match sometimes. And I wanted good Muay Thai. And we started out with a little bit modified rules, and we added things in as we went along to get more closer to real Muay Thai. And now I think we're pretty close to being there. You guys haven't been there yet for the TBSA, but it's good. It's big.
Hoping to come this year.
I hope so. It'll be fun. Maybe we'll get some work in too, as officials, right? But how was it in Europe compared to Thailand compared to here? Is it a lot closer in line with Thailand, or is it a mixture as well? I'm assuming it's more in line with Thailand than America is.
So I'm gonna go first from Thailand. Okay. Thailand, the Muay Thai amateur is new, pretty new. Same if Mark coming in, creating and WMO with the crew Muay associations. So it's really new for the to get the helmet, bodyguard, chin guard, elbow guard, all these things. This is really new for them. Thailand's no always like, okay, Muay Thai is being professional. Whatever what. You get to pay, even you get to pay for 20 bahts, 1 baht, you get to pay. So one of the things in Thailand thing is when you're gonna fight, you have to get pay.
Right.
So for sure, to win the fight is domination. And then when you go like in Thailand, you know that they have to go to the stadium, you have to fight around.
Mhm.
And they have the fight around, and they have the rules of around is different. Around in the so around Bangkok. And then when you go to Bangkok, you are not immediately in the stadium. You got to be in the C class, B class. The C class, B class is how to say it is the price the promoter pay you.
Okay.
Okay, it's not mean that you have 10 fights or 25 you are B or C class. No, at
Yeah.
all. Okay, it's depend out though. So okay, C class is maybe 1,000 to 5,000 baht or less, or B class now is like 10,000 to 15,000 baht.
A little better.
Yeah, a little bit better. And then when you are uh, A class, and A class is like 30,000 baht and up a little bit more. And then you are in and plus A class, and you become a like sunshine guys,
Mhm.
like workout guy. Then it's going to be a millions,
Yeah.
So,
I just
but
learned something new. I didn't know all that.
yeah.
I had no idea they had a CB and an A, and it was based on how they're paid. That's interesting.
So the C can fight the A,
Right.
and the B can fight the A. So everybody can fight each other.
Yeah.
Okay. So they class the some promoter they classify like that. Okay. You you know. So the how they score the outside of Bangkok, they score on the defense,
Mhm.
hitting, dominations, the matches, like that. And then when you go to like around Bangkok, not in Bangkok but outside of Bangkok a little bit, like Rangsit Stadium or whatever, they're gonna do like different things, kind of posture, kind of
Mhm.
femur, kind of control the ring and control the games.
Style too, right?
Yeah,
What's that?
exactly.
Style. You get
Yeah.
points for beauty.
Yeah, beauty. So they're gonna go like that.
So it's
That's
kind of
why.
regional, kind of like different regions are kind of looking at it differently. You
Uh,
mentioned outside of Bangkok or around
yeah,
Bangkok.
yeah.
And interesting. So then in Bangkok, obviously, is even more.
So we say Nak Muay in Bangkok is big stadium.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Okay. When you say I'm fighting in Bangkok, is okay. It mean you are Lumpini, Ratchadamnern, Channel 7, Channel
Hanoi.
9, yeah, Omnoi Stadium, all these things could be higher. Okay. So that's why you start to be like, okay, B and A class and higher. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
So I gonna talk like Channel 7. Channel 7 is a lot of C class. And
Okay.
Channel 7 is domination techniques, and so they count a lot of sweep. Like you lose your posture, you're done. Mm.
Hmm.
You get down, you're done. You cannot, you lose when you boom take it down, done. You lose the match. Even you can win like one first two three or four, but in the end of the four, finish.
Wow.
Okay, so the works like that. They're gonna work like that. And then when you fight in Omnoi is different. You
Mhm.
see, when you're Bangkok, so Omnoi is like they kind of counting score on the matches who get more damage coming up, and boom, like that they're gonna do.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh-huh. Ratchet is very technical femur and works on the posture, nice, beautiful Muay. That's how they works, right?
Mhm.
Lumpini, big kinds of depend who's who's a referee up there. Yeah, if how they do the scoring is um, they like kind of female, but they love more Muay Thai, so that's why it's more score in the Muay Thai. So Muay Mat nearly not
Not so much in Muay
not
Mat.
so much. No, they like more Muay Thai. So Lumpini is a lot
Yeah.
of this time. Yeah, so this is a big difference of the scoring system is not like in Thailand is not like clear.
Right.
They're not clear at all. You know what? Because gambling, that's
It was
everybody
gambling.
know.
Right.
Okay, when the gambler, so this sign that they just sign red, blue, or like this, whatever they do. You know, you can see in the stadium they have the score card on the wall when you up your head.
Okay.
Okay, they're gonna show 4-1, 25-2. You guys can see that when you guys go to Thailand and look around you. You have
Hmm.
the score, and it's always behind the camera.
Like in Lumpini.
Yeah, Lumpini or So you guys,
Well, it's
yeah,
changing with the Fairtex fights and the one Lumpini and one championship. That's different now.
yeah,
Mhm.
but it's still like that we're talking about before. That's my
Yeah.
experience before.
Okay. Yeah.
Because yeah, so that you can see like 10-1. You
Huh.
know, you can see that's how they control the match in
Yeah.
Thailand. Okay, 10-1, 5-2. That's how they start to do. So it's always red and blue. Red on the left side and blue on the right side. It's
Right.
always like that. So Thailand for me has had the experience about the fight in Thailand. For me, actually, it was before not clear yet.
Hmm.
Okay, so this and now we're gonna go. I'm gonna explain about Europe. In the Europe things.
Okay.
In Europe is they are so in France. France pick up a little bit from the a part of Lumpini and Ratchanamnon and Omnoy it together.
Hmm.
France, they like Muay Fimu a lot. The Muay Fimu,
I can move around.
exactly. So they're gonna get their scoring to hit and make the score by technical. Like you catch the leg, you sweep immediately. That's gonna be score for the sweeper, not the guy who hit on the river. So they score a lot of the kick stuff, less the hands in the clinch most. Low kick is easy score, so not much. It must be effective. The jab not scoring, the tip no.
Hmm.
And if you go like to Sweden, so Sweden is they score like if must die, so everything get the score, and they don't score until like the posture. They don't score. They don't need to. They score only and they hitting,
Right. Striking. Yep.
striking. Work on like that more. Okay. In Spain is K1 style.
Okay. So
So
they're
the
like a
K,
Dutch style
yeah.
in
So the
Spain.
King, yeah, Spain the K1 style, less Muay Thai style. So they don't score much in the clinch, because clinch is too much complicated.
Okay.
Yeah. In Belgium they score K1 style as well, and in Holland they score like kickboxing style.
Hmm.
Okay.
So they're more Dutch, like in Holland, right?
Yeah. In Germany they score K1 style the most, but now better cause WBC and other things. But before it's always like K1 style. They don't, and they don't allow elbow.
Don't allow elbows.
No,
Ah.
no elbows.
Okay.
Okay, they call it Thai boxing rules. So they have the clinch but no elbows.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's
In
smart.
it, yeah, in Italia is scoring by dominations only. So you dominate it, you win the match.
Hmm.
Okay, so like work,
It's
work,
interesting
work,
to
work.
hear all these countries perceptions and the direction they went with the scoring compared to other countries.
Mm-hmm.
Their interpretation and how they've determined their direction. That's really interesting. I didn't know all this.
Yeah,
Wow.
and in Switzerland, they're scoring in Muay Thai like a French. So the amateur use elbow from 0 to 5. They use elbow, no problem. They score on dominations and femur. So, but they score more as well in the clinch too. So they are very open about the scoring.
Mm-hmm.
They have the good referee there. But not much in Europe. They use to score to use hands. Not much. The most is knees, elbows, clinch, kicking, and all those things. Yeah, because yeah, I don't know why, but it should be. It should be.
Hmm.
Yeah. So in Brazil, they score on the technical style. So
Mm-hmm.
so very femur, moving around, T push, kick knees, sweep is nice, is big score for them.
Okay.
Yeah, you get this leg, you sweep, big score, boom, you win the match.
Huh. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's take is slightly different.
Yes. Other place in Dubai they score like different style too. Dubai. So they score like K1 mix K1 mix kickboxing, but they try. It's pretty new for them too, but first couple of times there.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Kevin Noon recently. He's the Secretary General for WBC Muay Thai, and he's been in Thailand for many years with WBC. And we're talking about how in America we're referred to as the Wild Wild West because everyone does their own thing, and there's no consistency. And he said, I was asking him about the BBOC. I didn't know the Boxing Board of Control was a thing that existed within the Sports Authority of Thailand. And promoters, stadiums, they register under the BBOC, and there's no rules regulations online for the BBOC. It's just they know what it is, and you follow that. So they're like a state commission in the United States. And so I was asking him, and he said, I've spent 13 years in and out of stadiums, and everyone's different. And I didn't know how to take that. And you're explaining the same thing. Like different areas of Thailand, you're going to see different scoring and different preferences for the style, as Alexis alluded to, or domination. Or that's really something. That's pretty interesting to me. And Americans will hear pieces of that, and they'll think that's Muay Thai everywhere. That's Muay Thai, Yeah, that's this is why I wanted you guys on this first episode, because I knew it was going to be something that everyone's going to learn from. Um, Alexis, you're just sitting back, taking it all in. Obviously, you already lived all this stuff with Crew New, but what's your take on all that?
I mean, it's super interesting from an outside perspective, but as a
Like, yeah,
fighter, it's incredibly frustrating.
back and forth all the time.
Because, well, you can't. We all want to dominate, but it's impossible to dominate every single match.
Sure.
And then you make adjustments, and then it's not the right adjustment. So I find I love Muay Thai, and I fell in love with it a long time ago, and I've also stepped away for many years, multiple times, and coming back and seeing how the sport's evolving and how the scoring is evolving and just how it's become more international has been really interesting. Um, and it's nice to understand more coming back, because when I had my first fight, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know what the betting was. I didn't know anything. I just went out there and I tried to kill somebody. Um,
As you're supposed to.
yeah, but now I'm coaching as well with Crew New, and it's really been exciting and challenging to try and explain to people, okay, you need to do this. This has no point. This, that looks bad. This works. This doesn't work. So I feel like I've had a cool experience to be on both sides,
Right.
and on the outside as somebody who just watches.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm hoping that we can keep the tradition of Muay Thai, because I did love the energy of the betting and I don't know, the tradition of it. But at the same time, I would like to have. I like the scoring system that one is imposing. I like that.
Do you like that?
I do, because it's simple. You can
It's
understand
clear.
it.
It's clear. It's
It's
clear.
not like, oh, you're more beautiful than this person, because then that person's going to say, well, why?
Mm-hmm.
If it's okay, this is a clean hit, that was a clean block, that's easy to understand for everybody, I
Sure,
feel
sure. Sure.
That
Yeah.
is why for me, that is for bites. That's why for me, you clarify for me when I came for the first times in to your cause, and yeah, for sure, Alexis. When I saw Alexis fight on the video for the first time, I said, oh, okay, how is that? And now I can tell when I teach, I say, guys, don't lose your times to just do some kind of technique that you doesn't need to do your score,
Right.
making sure that you have the score. Then, but it's kind of the big work in here in America. Big work. You
Mhm.
guys had a big job to do.
You're right. It is a wild, wild west here. You know, um,
well, I was gonna say, I think we have a lot of good fighters in the
we do.
US,
Yeah.
but we have a lot of ignorant practitioners, and that's another thing that I'm hoping that your teaching can help people understand why we do white crew, why we do a lot of things that are really important to
Mhm.
Muay Thai, that a lot of people, and it's not, I don't think it's with bad intention. I think it's just ignorance. Like, I don't want to do that. Well, that's
Yeah.
dumb. They're dancing.
Yeah.
And I think it would be really nice if everyone had the same scoring system, everyone understood the tradition of Muay Thai,
Right.
why we do something, what it means.
Right.
And that's what's lacking the most to me in the US.
Hmm. The culture has to stay intact.
Yeah.
One of the things so our two tournaments that we do the Tournament of Champions, which is much smaller than June tournament, and we do the June TBA Classic World Expo. And that one has grown so much. It's as big as IFMA, just not the big production that IFMA has. But numbers of fighters is just as big as them, if not bigger. We have had 1,000 registrations the last 3 years, and we only go 4 days, not 9 days like IFMA. So, um, 4 boxing rings, we have to fly through things. So we allow everyone to seal the ring. We just don't allow the full white crew. We did where like IFMA, you're required to do that, at least 3 Ys, right? You're required to, and I totally appreciate that part of IFMA. And at the same time, we can't get through all of that with the time constraints that we have. And we have people ask us all the time, can I at least seal? Can I seal? Yes. Can I at least do a short Y crew? No, sorry. I understand it. But in our Tournament of Champions, we don't in the prelims, but in the finals day for the A class, which is an open class pro and am. Well, pro is in June 2, actually, the A class. But we do 5 rounds for the TBA for the Tournament of Champions for the A class because it's a defendable title. So they do 5 rounds. They are allowed to do full Y crew Ramoy before their fight. And some of those choose to do that. Sometimes we'll have an actual separate Y crew Ramoy performances done outside of pre-fight, right?
Which I think is awesome.
Yeah, for people to see that, because you're right, there's a lot of ignorance, and that's one of the things too that Patrick Rivera is pushing for the MDL scrimmages. Is whenever you have those first days, the introduction, he wants the Waiku Ramway done, demonstrated, and he wants an explanation so that people in the crowd understand that part of why it's important to the culture. It's not just a fight. It's not a fight. It's a cultural sport, and so I think it's important. and yeah, like you said, I forgot where I was going with that, but it's just here in the States. There's so many different variances and experts on the subject who think they know Muay Thai or they know how it should be, or in Thailand they do this. You ever been there? Well, no, I'm going soon. Then don't talk. Just don't talk.
Yeah.
You know.
For me,
I-
I think for me, you know, to conserve on these things, someone's one team, one big team in America must people can go to Thailand, right?
Mhm.
But some they go for fight, some they go for vacations. But you guys have to create a big team that like American can maybe pay for them and go to learn
right. Right.
and bring them the real things
Right.
from the things and create them and make sure that you know this could be nice.
I would like it to be a thing where to call yourself a crew, you have to actually go to the Crew Muay Association in Bangkok and take an exam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always having to correct people because I'm under crew formation and I'll go take my exams in Bangkok when I'm ready. I'm under a crew new, but I'm a coach and I have to. We have so many people who just call themselves crew, and like, do you even know the history of Thailand? Do you know why Muay Thai started? So, I
I
want
know
that to be a thing where if you're called crew, you have to have some
some
substance
knowledge.
behind it.
Yeah. That's Crew and Ajahn both are titles that are just thrown around in this country. And Ajahn, when you look at the definition, literally, it's instructor. I mean, there's
Yeah.
more behind that, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's instructor for people in America that look it up. And I've seen people on Instagram have their profile saying Ajahn so and so. They do MMA. They don't even do Muay Thai. They never even trained really Muay Thai, but they teach Muay Thai techniques in their MMA classes. And I don't say anything, but people know. People that need to know. And the WTBA has gotten a bad rap from people at different times over the decades with Ajahn Chai, because when he came here and across the world, he had to have some kind of advancement or level, so he knew where everybody was at, how their progression was, right? Much like your karate systems. And every gym in the United States under the WTBA, which was just the TBA previously, would have their own ranking system in their own gyms to get to be able to test for Ajahn Chai at that level. And he had put in, an apprentice, a associate, a full, and then a senior. And it took so many years to get them levels and the requirements, but there were gyms doing belts. There were gyms doing kung fu sashes like Master Toddy did for a while. There were, gyms doing colored t-shirts, colored shorts, patches on shorts, you name it, to signify that. And everyone would always say, there's no rank in Muay Thai. You only the belts. You fight Thai, you need a belt. There's no rank in Muay Thai. Well, you're right. But in America, because it's so commercialized in a business, many have to find a way to separate out and show the progression, because Americans feel entitled. They need to have that progression, that next step, and
Yeah.
become a business. And when Ajahn Chai did this, the apprentice test it wasn't a knowledge test, really. It was a brutal conditioning test. And you were a apprentice, but you were called a crew. And it got to a point where a lot of people tested that. When I watch them test, I would never send my students up a test in front of Ajahn Chai looking like that. I shouldn't say this publicly on a podcast, but the point is, and many are very, very good, but they had to put something in place. And I don't think anybody in America really knows about what you're talking about with that in Thailand. They just know they're getting ranked, and here they are. And so some are ignorant to what crew really means, what Ajahn really means, and it's just kind of thrown around.
Just to clarify about crew and Ajahn. Look, as Thai, when I was to say crew is for the young people.
Mhm.
and Ajahn is for up 50.
Up 50?
Up 50.
Okay.
Exactly that. So that's why when you is how to work when your crew is from 0 year of work being crew
Mhm.
until like 40 something like that, and then when you become Ajahn is like 45,
Yeah.
45 until like okay 60. Okay, and then you become Paramachan. Paramachan is grandmaster.
Right, right.
Paramachan is up 65, 65 until 90 until you died. So that's that title that makes just for the Thai people, they just like adjust to be by age and by
Yeah,
age of works, you know. So that's just we could clarify that.
yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so like this, that okay. Honestly, I have my graduation as Ajahn,
Mhm.
cause but I can cause I'm not I'm not 40 yet. I can I
Yeah,
can. It's not like when I call my Ajahn Pong, he's yeah past 40. He's already Ajahn, so that's why by this way by respect and by title and by the year of the work he has, yeah, you can say Ajahn, but up 10 years or up plus 10 years until maybe 15 years you still be crew.
right, right.
Okay,
Ajahn
so
Chai.
You should
Go
clarify
ahead.
up 15 years of teaching
the
as,
teaching, yeah,
yeah,
teaching,
not
Right,
just how old you
right.
are.
Not just
yeah,
age.
no, yeah, or
Yeah.
teaching, yeah. So
And
even
Ajahn
you,
Chai.
sorry, even you
That's okay.
have like if even you have like maybe 30 and you start from there and you be crew and
Mhm.
you should be like something so crew and then somebody put some title in the crew yai is like the principal of
Yeah,
the school crew yai. But it's okay, it's still be crew, yeah.
yeah. You know, Ajahn Chai recognized me as a senior instructor under the WTVA. It's been several years ago now. I wasn't. So it's Ajahn, but I don't. I'd prefer coach. I don't prefer
Yeah,
crew. I just want to be called coach or just Pete. I don't get into the titles too much. You
no,
know,
that's not,
I will always call Ajahn Chai. He's my
yeah,
coach, my mentor, my master, but in Muay
yeah,
Thai. But
yeah,
I just don't call anybody that anymore. I don't. Their coach or their name, and I'm respectful, and I just don't get into the titles too much.
yeah. Hmm.
You know?
For me, people are calling me crew because they just call me crew. Before people call me Lai Tong Noi. Lai Tong Noi is my fighter name.
Mm,
And yeah, when I stop and they know me both name Crew New and Lai Tong
yeah,
Noi. So and they say, okay, let me call you crew because now you're teaching more than you're fighting.
yeah.
Okay, so no problem. Yeah. Sometimes they call me, hey, smiler, hey, smiling, hey. So that's how they do. Mm.
So let me talk. Let me ask you about. You mentioned to me we're already at 40 some minutes here into this thing, but it's good stuff. I really am enjoying this actually. So I appreciate you guys taking the time for me tonight. Um, when you talked to me in Houston, you mentioned that you were called a no-name fighter,
Uh,
and can you elaborate a little bit on what that means and what that's like?
mm. Babe, Chivo speaking. Do you want to say, babe?
Non, vas-y.
Uh, so the no name fighters is about money
Okay.
and and so I'm gonna come back to Thailand. Okay,
Mhm.
no name fighters are all the ways fighting. We say Muay Puton. Muay Puton is against it around Bangkok or outside of Bangkok or outside of your villages of outside of uh, so Puton is mean far around, far away. Okay. So the most no-name fighters, I'm no-name fighters.
Okay.
The no-name fighter is who the one who want to get in Bangkok. fighting often in Lumpini, in the TV main card. That's gonna be you become a name. So the no names, a lot of no names fighters or a lot of crew Muay no names. So they are stop too early, some they stop too late, but they did not go far with the Muay Thai fight. So yeah, so that's why I'm keeping telling that a lot of no names they are good,
Mhm.
better than name fighters.
Hmm.
I was gonna
Hmm.
say no name doesn't mean no experience. You can have a no
Yeah,
name like his father has 600 fights.
yeah,
You know, he was known in his region, but he never was a Lumpini fighter. But 600 fights,
That's a
yeah,
lot of
he
fights.
yeah. He beat couple guys in the big name in Lumpini in Omnoi. You know, yeah,
I thought that no name meant you were, because of gambling, you were brought in for the purpose of losing. You were supposed to lose. Does that make
it's actually the
sense?
opposite. He's supposed to stop the up and comers to keep their price
Okay.
down.
so in
Okay.
my way, in my way, in my way was I was no name, but I'm for the Thai guy. I'm a big dude. I'm the big dude.
Yeah, yeah, you're not small.
So I gonna explain for that. So as no name, my missions was I have to stop. I have to stop. So in the fight card, sometimes they have you see the fight and you see the event, the main event and the co-main event, right? So the no name is always in the third or in the third fight.
Mhm.
Okay. And then every time you see the no name fight, they are always fight crazy fight. Then the co-main event or event fight because they are too much like technicals. They are too much like
Mhm.
So in my case, I was no name, and they pay me to stop the guy who gonna go to the champion.
Ah, I get it.
Okay, so my case was like, okay, when I fight, okay, hey, Lai Tong Noi, I need you to fight. You're gonna fight you're gonna fight against this guy, but we want you to stop him because they want to keep the champion stands a little bit more longer. Because some guy like
Hmm.
they go fast.
Right.
So yeah, my mission was stop the guy who make him stop a little bit and keep the champions stand.
Hmm. Hmm.
So the no name is always be training harder than everyone to get, and in my case, so as no name, so they always training harder than anyone because
Right.
how you have to stop the guy. Okay,
Wow.
when yeah, that and we have the good pay though. He had a good pay. He paying us very
Yeah.
good. But at the same times, when you are no name, that for sure the gambling start for sure, and the gambling is go away against you.
Yeah.
So that's why being no name is hard. Cause what the no name gonna fight a lot of times, a lot of the fight, but at the same time they must fight like how you say under asking, on the order,
Okay.
mm,
Right.
on order. So
Would that be
Boone,
Boone?
that's Boone. Yeah.
Hi,
So
Boone.
so that's why the no name. So we have a lot of kind of how you say category.
Category, right? Right.
Yeah, category. So no name is the bigger one. Okay. From maybe 10 to 30. That's still no
Hmm.
name. And no names category two is some guys they still fighting, but almost for the gambling, only
Okay.
gambling games. That's they organize in the villages, that they organize in the province. They are
Yeah.
organizing other places. It's not officially declared.
Right. Right.
They can use. That's why the Thai people use fighter names to fight, not the real name fighting.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So in the upper a little bit, the third is no name can fight with a name, but the no name can fight. The most fight is like maybe second fight in the card or third fight in the card. That's it. And then after some time, at the end of the fight.
Wow.
And I'm being in the last level that we have no names, that we make the fight the fourth one. So the no names, just a little, maybe couple names in the villages, but couple names. But my case is in the fourth level. So I fight like some names, and then my mission is stop the guy to get the champion. That's how to.
Hmm.
That's how they do.
That's really cool. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that kind of stuff. That's wow.
That's
I
behind the
didn't know that
scene.
before I met you either. That was
Yeah.
So that's behind
That's
the
something you don't
scene.
hear about, you know. When I was in Bangkok in 2019 for IFMA, I also went to certified WMC. I went to the course with Tanong, and it was a good course. It was 4 days, a few hours. It wasn't as long as the one we do with us, but it was still a good course. It's one of the things that kind of gave me ideas of how to run mine, because he did do small group drills with the referee protocol. He did scenarios with a couple of fighters, and there were things that I liked that he did in there that gave me some ideas of how to structure mine. And that year or the year before, one of those, I was at Lumpini watching fights, and we were sitting down in the one little section where the foreigners sit.
VIP place, huh?
Yeah. And so it was my first experience there. And I saw the gamblers on the other side over here. So it's opposite where I'm pointing to you, but you know where it's at. And so I'm seeing all the gamblers over there, and the judges are in like huts. They're like in boxed in things, right?
Yeah.
And then so we're watching, and I'm just taking it all in. And then in the rest period, across, I forget if that was red or blue, but across the corner, the coach starts to coach him, and one of the gamblers runs down to that corner and is pointing up, yelling, just yelling at him, pointing his finger, getting mad at that fighter. The coach stepped back and let that gambler, big boss, do
I've
his
seen
talk.
that so many times. It's crazy to me.
It was wild to me. And I'm just going, okay, he's not either losing or winning like he's supposed to do. And and the gambler steps away and then comes right back and yells some more, and then he walks away. And then we saw a change in the way the guy was fighting.
Okay. I know. I can explain that immediately now. Look, because the gambler ran to him and maybe said, if you win this round, I give you maybe $2,000.
Oh, okay.
We say a cheat. A cheat is,
Okay.
like power.
Okay.
Fight. You have to fight to win this money for this round.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that's why, and the coach must be behind, because that a cheat is only the bonus that the nut moy and between the gambler know.
Okay. It was really interesting to see that as an American who had not been there before and not seen that. I've only heard things, and to witness all of that going on was really, really something. And, during that WMC course, I was there also on a Friday night for Lumpini, and they had us sit in the stands opposite of the gamblers, and we judged fights. And there was 9 fights in the card, right? Or 6. We judged 6, and I only got to judge 4 because 2 were stopped with cuts. So I judged up in our stands using the Lumpini scorecards, where they gave us copies, and I'm judging it based off of IFMA/WMC scoring. And I got all 4 of those fights right. It was interesting to me to see that, even though I could see the gamblers doing what they were doing, I could still tell who was winning, based on the scoring criteria. So I think maybe I was lucky that those particular 4 fights weren't influenced as much by the gamblers. So I was able to score them accordingly based on criteria,
I wouldn't say it's solely based on gamblers. It's just a huge influence. But I think that's the thing. It's inconsistent.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Come back to the name and the no name. Look how they do the no name to get name in Thailand. So when the fight or when the promoter he's want to organize something, so he get the big name in the score in the card, okay, in the card, and then he gonna ask someone like some guy say, hey guys, I need something new. Who knows where has a good fighter in the south, in Isan, in the north, around us. So I call. So the gambler, they're gonna call like that, and they're gonna make like this, and then they make okay. We have this guy. He's no name, but he can fight in Bangkok. So the fighter, when they go to Bangkok to fight, that's become a name, small one. And then by gambler, the fighters become get the name.
Mm.
That's why Muay and gambling together.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a culture.
You're right.
Because Thai people, as Thai normal people, they don't watch Muay Thai at all. Only gambler and some old people they watch. So even Sanchai come from no names and he come from gambling.
Really?
Yeah.
I was talking to a guy in Canada. This was in the mid 2000s, and he was a coach in Muay Thai in the WTBA, and he was also a Taekwondo secondary black belt, and he taught that. He had a Taekwondo school in Canada, and he moved. He was in Bangkok, and he was actually working stunt work on Ong Bak 2 with Tony Jaa. And he ended up moving to Bangkok and opened a Taekwondo Kwun or school in Bangkok. And it was flourishing. It was making all kinds of money, lots of students. And I asked him, for me, that was something unheard of. I thought, why are Thais going to Taekwondo in Thailand?
Exactly.
And he said that the rich Thais didn't want their family doing barbaric Muay Thai. They wanted them in something more
comfortable.
Yeah. And to put them in Taekwondo or in Jiu-Jitsu or in other systems within Thailand.
Yeah.
And that was just something brand new to me too. I didn't even think that was something that would happen. I thought it was all Muay Thai.
No.
Yeah.
Thai people always like to do something they like to do something inside. Muay Thai is outside. It's hot, hurts, hard. And yeah, that's why now Muay Thai earn respect a lot of the people now.
Right.
Cause the international names. Sanchai during the 2000, no one knows Sanchai.
Right.
Now, yes, everybody knows Sanchai.
There are a lot of big names, Thais. With one championship, they're getting a lot of notoriety.
Yeah, for me, like one championship give the opportunities to the no name to fight.
And
yes, that's cool. Cause what? Many guys look, Sir Black. He was no name in Lumpini. He fought a lot, but he always like fighting just for $300 per fight.
Ah, man.
And he fought for 20 years plus 10 years. Okay. And they always want him to fight female style. And Sir Black, he give the money, he give the money to family. He's going to the so this is very good example that one championship they did to the no-name fighters. So this one for me, this is important very much. Yeah. So that's why the no-name is now big name.
Yeah. Real big name.
Yeah.
We're already at an hour. I wouldn't mind asking one more topic if you don't mind. And I could talk to you for hours, but I don't really have an hours to talk. Could I ask you about your experience when you were drugged by the opposite camp? I talk about the gambling's influence a lot in intensives, and I talk about once in a while about that docu-series Hurts Like Hell that was on Netflix, and had some cheesy acting, but from my understanding anyway, the context was pretty accurate. Yes, ma'am?
I just want to say I'm going to continue watching, but I have to go do mom duty. So
Okay.
thank you so much for having me. It was
Thank you for being
wonderful.
on.
And I'm going to keep listening. So
Okay. All right.
carry
We'll talk
on.
to you later. The crew knew. You mentioned to me that was one of the reasons why you had left Thailand.
No,
Or
not
no.
no. So I leave Thailand because I stopped Muay Thai. I stopped Muay Thai because of gambling.
Okay.
Yeah, because so the same time, so I stopped Muay Thai because I don't like gambling,
Okay.
and I stopped Muay Thai because they poisoned me. Okay, so the one of the story I gonna tell. So I supposed to fight in Laos. Like my it was in Ubon Ratchathani, Thailand, but the border of Laos. Okay. Uh, yeah, I supposed to fight for the gambling fight, but I did not know that that was the gambling fight. They told me it was for the title fight.
Mm.
So I went there. I trained. I made my way. The weight in was easy stuff. Everything was already clear. It was organized by promoter, local promoter. That was cool. And my coach said, it was what my uncle, he says, be careful with your water.
Mhm.
I say, okay, no problem. And then I buy the new bottle of water and we keep, when news, it's new. But you know what? So I went to the market and buy the water, keep the water, be close to me and my food, everything, because you don't know them, so you be very careful, man. And all the way eye on it. No, even while I was sleeping, I went nearly sleeping, hiding my water in my car. And yeah. And the night of the fight, uh, it was good. So I knocked down the guy. He got 8 counts. And at the end of the round, he gave me the water, just easy water with ice. Boom, because it's hot, So, and start second round, I got tip in the face and then tip in stomach. So it was okay. And something happened. I said, oh, and I feels like my heart rate is up.
Mm.
So keep going, keep going, keep things going. And the guy came and I feel like, why I when over breathing like this. And I was, hey, this is not normal. So the guy clinched me. I clinched him. I defended him the end until the end of round 2. And I say, Uncle, I don't feel bad. I don't feel good. I feel bad. Something happened to me, and I want to throw out. He said, maybe you get too much knees on you, and I did not get much knee,
Mm-hmm.
And step out of the corner.
You just fell over?
I was like, down.
Wow.
Step out from there. Something happened. What happened? I don't know. So they transfer me by helicopter to the hospital, and the doctor said maybe take KO. They scan me. They do, and when they took my blood, it was like a mud.
Like mud?
Like a mud.
Wow.
And they says it's like the doctor says it's like it's not normal to get not flow like that.
Right. Right.
And they saved me, and in the report it says I get the venoms of the Cobra
Mm.
in my water or in my ice.
Wow.
I say, what? So I stay there like long days, hospitals. The specialists they came, they flown. I don't know what they did, but they saved me. They saved me a lot, and it was like, so they took the picture, and I watched the picture, and I say, where the videos? So the video was like totally delayed. Everything was like, what happened? And I asked. Doctor says so. The the reason the test in the blood was high intensity of white blood, the defense immune system, and is kind of the venoms of the snake, identify Cobra.
Wow.
And they took the water and the ice to test them. Yeah, and it says it was in the water or in the ice. And they took the bottle. They took all the bottle and even the ice to test all of everything. It was a big tragedy.
Wow.
Yeah, in Thailand.
Crazy.
Yeah, there was a big tragedy, and so they find out, so they were cheat when I buy the water.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy, the seller of the water, he sell me the water that they put the venom in. So they use the syringe, pick in the put
Through
in
the bottle.
in the bottle, and that was how they. So the police and everything was, under there, So they was like taking. So they explained everything, and now who the one who present me, he was the promoter.
Was it?
He was promoter.
Wow.
That's
Did he go
that's
to
why
jail? Was anything done to him?
he was louse.
Oh, so they couldn't do anything.
He was loud. So
Wow.
loud so he was opposite the other side. So he didn't, So that's why I quit Muay Thai from Thailand to go to like big year, big plus 5 years. From there to try to get a fight in Europe.
Mhm.
Yeah, but this way I feel safe because in Europe they make a test, blood test. They
Yeah.
make me, all the everything gone.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. That's
Go through something like that,
oh, they do everything, everything can be. That's why Netflix showed a part of that.
Mhm.
That gambling can kill people.
Right.
The money.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had heard before I even saw that Netflix show, I had been told that, I don't know if it was 2018, 2016, wasn't that long ago, that a referee was shot
Yes.
because he didn't do what the gamblers wanted him to do.
Yes. That
Crazy.
you're right. He came out from the front of stadium. It was in Thepnarin, and the gambler just shot him in front of the police.
In front of the police. Crazy.
So
money.
That's bad. That's bad. That's why for me, when I go to Lumpini and some gambler, they say, "Oh, how are you today?" And I say, because you don't want you don't want to be with them again because they, no, not anymore for that. I'm not.
Yeah, I totally agree. Wow.
No, I think Muay Thai today. So for sure, is I think the day was my dad fault long times ago. I think he need gambler because the gambling give the extra money.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what? I talk, Thepnarin Thepracha.
What's that?
So you know Thepnarin Thepracha from
No, I don't think that I do.
so Thepnarin is one of the Muay mats in Sitmonchai camp
Okay.
in Thailand, and Thepnarin have the big name, but Thepnarin big name in Thepnarin, big name in Lumpini, big in the world as well, and he have the Muay mat low kicker, but you know what, Thepnarin have never been proposed to be a champion at all. He beat everybody, but no one want to fight him. Thepnarin is
That
one
got you
of
back on.
Thepnarin is one of the he's my brother. We know each other for long times, and Thepnarin is one of the guy who beat the fastest in the fights,
Hmm.
and he can like couple low kicks, uppercuts, hook, low kick, done. You know.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you some link that you can see.
Good.
Yeah.
See.
It's very good for scoring system, this guy.
Yeah.
So this guy, like he says to me, he said, Crew, I fight only for gambling. I don't fight for my price.
Mm.
Even when he fights for the how you say for Lumpini or Ratchanandon, he said, okay, how much?
Hmm.
He asked first. Cause what? When the promoter pays all the way, they only pay like what? $400,
Right. They're making
$500
more from the gamblers.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So what he do? He paid his money, claiming on him. He get maybe more.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So that's why sometimes good, but actually not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow. It's fascinating to me. It's just, things I don't know about Thailand that I'm learning, and it's just really, really intriguing. I know one American over there right now is been living there for a while, and he's fighting, and he gets frustrated because he's not making much money, but he's had gamblers give him up to 100,000 baht. He needs to be careful, not get too involved.
I gotta tell you some story about Alexis. Recently, last year, Alexis supposed to fight one of the best women 105 in Koh Samui. It was in the stadium, Thepnarin Stadium Samui. So this woman, she's cute, she's kind. But when the promoter saw Alexis knocked down before, like couple months before the number 4, 105 in Thailand, and he sent the guys, his team came to the camp that Alexis trained, and he started to ask Alexis any processes, weight, check your weight, and every time she drink waters, they asked her to check the weight. After the training, check the weight. After eating, check the weight.
Really?
Yeah. They took videos, and they asked, oh, no. They like coming to like coaching her. I was there. They doesn't know that I was her husband. Took the videos, and they keep asking Alexis do things that she don't need to, And I saw that. I say, oh, bro, and I yell at them. I say, you're not supposed to do that to my wife. Cause what? Cause she is one of the best Nak Muay. Like her opponent she is one of the best Nak Muay in 105, and she can fight. She cannot lose against no-name fighters like Alexis. She is. So they come back second days. These guys come back, and they said, I'm not supposed to be there.
Really?
Yeah. No, they do.
How'd
They
that
do.
go?
No, don't let her husband come.
Hmm.
So they asked the trainers. They're calling me. Oh, we want Alexis to do picture. I said no because I know what happened.
Mhm.
You know. And then they show me a gun.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, they show me a gun, just like
Flash it.
Yeah, well, that you saw that. Okay, so I pick my wife back. I say, "Though you don't train today." So you can see how it happened now. Thailand. This was recently, like last year,
Hmm.
December last year.
Wow.
So by this way, Thailand is being, they will not go up if they still be like that.
Right.
It's
Right.
kind of the cheating.
Mhm.
Imagine PP if I'm letting my wife doing what they want them to do. Imagine waiting there, doing this. They're gonna give her something,
Mm-hmm.
make her sick,
Mm-hmm.
and they know that Alexis no name, but she still want to fight. So
Right.
she's gonna fight, but she's gonna drink the water that they gave them. They give her in the training to make her get sick. You know, everything can be dirty very much.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, guys, when you guys go to fight as a Falang,
Mm-hmm.
please be careful and for everything. Don't trust any I'm Thai. I'm blame them. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry to say I'm Thai. I'm 100% Thai. You guys can see in my passport, but I'm blame them because what one I'm the one who has been
Right. It's happened to you.
and now happened to my wife.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Yep. So that's why this one of the part of you guys have to be careful on that. That's why
It's the dark side of Muay Thai, the side that most
exactly.
Americans don't see and don't know about.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, okay, for me, I stopped fighting in Muay Thai at all. Now my son, they want still want to fight in Muay Thai, but I gonna put them in the good things,
Right.
present, bring them in the good event that have the blood controls, the medicals,
Yeah.
everything's like it's going good.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to. No, if one day we need to stop, we're gonna stop because it's not present. Yeah.
That's really, really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap up. I could
Yeah.
talk to you for hours, maybe do a second podcast down the road, part 2 with Crew New. But we're just about an hour and 15 now.
Yeah.
Why don't we wrap up with how can folks reach you? You do seminars, and I still need to get you out here for seminar too. As soon as my schedule opens up, I can book that with you. But I'll drop your information down below in the YouTube channel there and link it. But can I give a quick shout out last minute on your gym, your website? How do people reach you?
So you guys can find me on the Smiling Warriors official on Instagram. We are in Las Vegas. You guys can come to train Muay Thai. Many style of Muay Thai. I love Muay Sock, so you guys can do Sock is able.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can come here, and I always like open to adapt the styles, your profile. Like now we are growing up slowly but be surely.
Mm-hmm.
The opportunities I'm opening for everybody, for beginners until like high level that you guys can see now. I'm in the UFC.
Right. Saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah,
Congratulations. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
Well.
So I have now two ranking guys in the UFC, light heavyweight Khalil,
Mm-hmm.
and another one middleweight is Roman.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, check me out on the on Instagram and come to join in Las Vegas.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time, Crew New, and Alexis, the time you had with us as well. And again, thank you. And I'll drop your links down below, and we will see you guys soon.
Thank you, PP. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
See you later.
Cup.
Have a good night, you guys.